Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Tony with RcHelpDotCom. Now, this is going to be the Re-Maiden of the XK Edge A430, I think. It's a Re-Maiden because here in a second, when that 2x4 gets out of the way, you'll see I don't have the XK controller. I have my DX9. That's because we got a super awesome donation from Deli Ninja, aka Nick. And we now have the AR6335 AS3X Gyro receiver, whatever you want to call it, in this airplane. Now, this is the very first flight. We just did a couple days ago the video on live stream over on Twitch, link in the description. And you guys can go over there and check it out. You guys can see us do all this. But we just installed it and programmed it with a brand new cable that we had brought in. So this right here is the very first toss. I thought I had everything done, but remember I did have to re-glue the motor down? Yeah. So the motor is kind of at a down angle, and on low rates I didn't have enough up elevator to pull it out of that. So right there, I put a bunch of up elevator into it. You're not supposed to do that on a gyro. You're not supposed to put trim in a gyro. I wanted to get this video done. You guys have been waiting on this. I've been waiting on this. I wanted to get this thing flying. So I put up elevator in it. I knew that the elevator probably wasn't going to do anything because it was already receiving an input. I was fine with that. All I wanted to do was get it out there and fly. So right here, I'm just checking everything over. I'm pushing the battery back in. You saw the cowl pop off of it. Not a big deal. Pops right back on. And after a bunch of up elevator, we're ready to give it another toss. Here we go.
That's coming from that way?
I wasn't sure what was going to happen right there, and I kind of waited for it. I didn't know what was going to happen. So, but after I gained control of it, this thing, it immediately told me that it was 100 times better than it was on that old receiver slash gyro. This thing is super stable. It's my fingers that need work. Now, I do apologize. In this video, you're going to hear two things that are annoying. One is my chickens, and there's something flying around in the air, and my chickens freak out when anything is flying around in the air. They don't like it. So they are going to be complaining, especially whenever I walk out there a little bit and fly in the field. The second thing you're going to be hearing is my throttle. I had the timer set. I didn't do any setup on the timer. I had the timer set at 25%. And you're going to hear me constantly hitting that 25%. That should tell you how low my throttle was when I was flying this thing. Now, here coming up, I do go full power and I do a full power loop. I do cut it on the way back down, but we're going to go like dead center into the sun. Yep, right here. Dead center into the sun. I'm not used to flying in the morning. It is morning here whenever I recorded this, and you're facing east. So I'm not used to flying in the morning. I'm used to flying in the evenings, and the sun is over on the other side. So yeah, don't fly in the sun, guys. You'll lose it. I had streaks in my eyes for quite a while after that. But the rest of this flight, guys, it's pretty, I'm going to call it boring. I mean, you guys see it flying. It flies. The gyro is doing what it needs to do. Does it need some trimming? Yes, and I do need to go back in. I've got to make an adapter cable to extend it out underneath the cowl into where the battery goes, and that way I can just plug it in without having to take anything apart on the airplane. I did make a mistake, and I re-glued the canopy back on. I shouldn't have done that, because now I got to cut it back off. I got to plug in everything, and I've got to run that extension. So that was my bad. Sorry. Makes another video over on Twitch. Link in the description. We are going to try to set up a custom restreaming server with Nginx. Hopefully we can resolve all of our issues that we've been having with like Restream.io or MobCrush. We're going to set one up on a brand new server that we just got, and I'm waiting for some parts to come in so that we can put it online. And I just crashed the airplane right there.
Doing so good, too.
Yeah, I got a little bit too low, and well, it happens. This right here is where I am going to basically really make those chickens mad. You can hear them right now, and yeah, those chickens do not like anything flying above their coop. Check it out. Here we go. Here we go. It is that easy to launch this thing. That is not the last time I will crash this plane, though. Just spoiler alert. Yeah. But I mean, guys, even with the trims being off on this thing, even with the rudder being off, I thought I had the rudder set, and I guess I bumped it, and it might have skipped a tooth in the servo or something. I don't know what it did, but it's off again. Even with all this stuff being off, this thing is 1,000 times, actually I said 100 times earlier, it's 1,000 times better than it was on the other receiver, gyro, transmitter, whatever. There's no jitteriness. It's not uncontrollable. It doesn't jump everywhere. It's predictable. You know what it's going to do. Somewhere in this flight, before I walked over here, I actually flipped this thing into high rates, which is 100% throws. I had it in low rates, which is 50% throws. High rates, I have 55 on the Expo. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I had 55 on the Expo on all three surfaces. It hindered my flight performance none. 100% dual rates, 55 Expo, and this thing is, well, I mean, you guys can see it. I'm sitting here playing, seeing what I can do. Now, because of hearing that throttle go down and hit that 25% level, I was constantly turning the timer off. I did not realize how long I was flying. And no, this crash right here, not because of the battery. I don't know how long this battery will go, but when you're flying under 50%, I'm pretty sure it'll go for a while. I'm leaving everything in this one so that you guys can see exactly what I do up until the very end of the video. And then on that, I'll cut some boring stuff out, and yeah, we'll end it. Right here is pretty much the end. So we'll just go ahead and end it right here. There's nothing broke. You can see me wiggling, making sure the motor's not broke loose like it did on the very first crash I had with it. And yeah, so toss it back in the air, and this time we're going to fly it around, and then we're going to land it. So guys, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, ring that bell. That way you know whenever we come out with future videos. If you'd like to follow us on Twitch, that link's down in the description. It'd be greatly appreciated if we can get a follow from you. If you'd like to support the channel, all those links will be down in the description. It'd be greatly appreciated of any support that we can get from you guys. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.